Hello everybody and welcome to Magic the Gathering Madness, or MTG Madness for short. This is a section where, well, I don't like to talk about Magic the Gathering during my LPs because, well, to non-Magic players, it just makes them feel left out and confused. I like to only talk about video game stuff because, well, I'm attracting the video game audience. It's supply and demand. It's simple economics. So I'm putting this little section aside because Magic the Gathering is a part of my life and I would like to share it with you. So little basic stuff. Here's my dice first of all. In the cap I keep a quarter. Because I live in New Mexico, I have a New Mexico quarter. I'm not sure if you can see that really well, but like I usually just like flip it and tails. First turn. Just to decide who goes first. My little dice, I got them because they're green and white, which are the colors of my token gen deck, which at the time of purchasing these, which I got from Kaboom Test Labs, which is a nice little place down in Albuquerque. It's a bit of a drive from where I live, but, well, it's worth it to go hang out with my friends and play some Magic. But that was the only deck I had at the time, and, well, I still have it. It's improved since then, so let me just grab it. Here's my box that I have. I make my own proxies with a Magic the Gathering set editor. I will put a link in the description, as well as links to all of the stuff I made so you can actually see it. This is my hat token. Because my nickname at my school is Hat, and so everybody knows me as that, I put a picture of myself, and it's just a one white human token. But I put it as a hat token because I use one white humans. Anyways, here is my deck. My flipper cards on top, because I use a few of those. Garuk Relentless. We'll get to him in a bit. I'm going to explain my deck. But first, this is a really neat box. It has a detachable bottom that you can flip open, and I keep my dice inside. Right now I've got 5 D10s. And the reason I like a D10 opposed to a D20 is because, well, say like oh, these are special Kaboom Test Lab dice. I don't know if you can see them, but, well, there's the Kaboom Test Lab symbol. See, I put it here. It's a 2 at 2 and 0, so it's at 20. This is half life gain, so I gain life, and it's like boom, just gain 1 life due to thing. I don't know, and I go up to 21. Well, that's 12 right there. 21, and I could technically go up to 99 on these things. I have actually passed 99, but I was just messing with people at that point. I mean, I legitimately got up to 99 life, but, well, the game just ran on too long. And I was just messing with them and eventually just, well, that's a story for another time. Anyways, time to begin showing you my deck. I'm going to flip each card, and then I'm going to explain why each card is in the deck. Because, well, that's what we do. I'm going to be doing this and my red deck that I have separately. And I'll be showing you my funny proxies. Alright, first card. Ooh, we have Garuk Relentless. It has a actual flipper card beneath it with Garuk Relentless marked, if you can see down there. I figured that, well, it only really shows you color, name, and converted mana cost, and I have that on this actual proxy that I made. And I just made it look cool. Because, see, there's converted mana cost, name, you can obviously see the card is green, and, well, there's just a picture of Garuk, just because it looks cool. I was tired of getting it confused with my other Innistrad flippers, so, like, because I'll draw something and, like, ooh, an Innistrad flipper, ooh, it's Garuk, is the first thing that pops into my mind. Then I start formulating a strategy for Garuk. Then I take a closer look and find it's something else, and, well, I have to reformulate my strategy. I pull this, and it's boom, Garuk. I put Garuk Relentless in there because, well, it's a token gen deck, and, well, he makes tokens. That's what he does, and his +1 ability, well, his 0 ability, I can either make a wolf if there's nothing else better to make, or nothing else better to do, or I can deal 3 damage to a creature and just destroy that creature, and or well, just do a little damage to it and flip Garruk. So then he can make wolves, or I can sacrifice one of my bazillion tokens to search for something that's going to make me more tokens or gain me life, like a Geistdowner Monk or a Suture Priest or something. Or his -3, which I've only really used once effectively to completely win a game. Garruk was only at 3 loyalty counters, and I just, boom, swept the... I had a bunch of tokens, and boom, I just tore the guy to shreds. And that's Garruk Relentless, and that's why he's in the deck. I only have like kind of a splash of green, but it's still enough to call it a white-green. Alright, next we have, oh yeah, Sunpetal Grove, which I have changed to Sunkissed Grove. Because, well, the thing is, I don't actually have 4 Sunpetal Groves. I don't have a playset yet. So, I only have 3, so I decided to just make them all look funny, and judges are really not going to tell. I mean, I really only play at Kaboom, so it doesn't matter all that much. So, judges aren't really going to tell, and because they think I'm just proxying them because it's funny. But I'm really proxying them because it's helpful to me. It's a strategy. This one is legit. I've got an actual Sunpetal Grove under these. That's how it is for most of my cards. I have the real card underneath the proxy, just so it's legit. And I want to get all of my cards to be legit, but, well, unfortunately right now it's not the case. Fortunately, I do have Garruk, so he's not proxied. I'm not going to proxy anything that big, because it's like a $25 card. Alright, next card, just one of my forests, but as you can see, it is Forest Gump. Yeah, I made these in Magic Set Editor, if I haven't mentioned that already. Link in the description. Those were some of the first cards I proxied. I just actually printed out a small picture of Forest Gump, and, well, you'll see my plains later on, and just slipped it in front of an actual forest. I have forest and plains under my cards, but people thought they were hilarious, and they look so much better now. Alright, moving on. Another forest. Ooh, Parallel Lives. This is my bread and butter. It's exactly what I splashed green in here for. Basically double tokens if I've got this thing on the field, and like with Garruk or something, it's like, oh, 2 Death Touch Wolves. I'll show you my proxy tokens, because I have all of my tokens proxied as well. But I'll show you that a little bit later on. Okay, next. Ooh, my planes, which are planes. Get it? Like airplanes. I don't know exactly what type of plane that is, but, well, you can leave a comment if you know, or you can think of something else. I don't know. Comments are up to you. They're free. Alright, so that's my planes. Gonna put all my mana next to each other. Alright, the planes. Tharbin Doomsayer. This guy, I really do like him because he can pump out human tokens, because it's like, end of your turn, I make human token, and then boom, if I've got a Parallel Lives out, boom, 2 human tokens. And, well, then I've got human tokens to cheese my opponents with. Next, ooh, Suture Priest. This may be the entire reason that I made this deck, because originally I bought an Innistrad starter deck for my first deck, and yes, I keep scratching my balls. Deal with it. I bought an Innistrad starter deck, and I was just playing with it because I believe that was green and white. Because when I was starting out, I asked what colors I should run, and my friends we ended up saying that I wanted big monsters to keep me safe, and I wanted to keep myself alive. So my friends suggested green-white. So I got the green-white starter, and eventually I ran across Suture Priest. I just fell in love with it, because when I put something down, I gain life. Well, when I put a creature down, I gain life. When my opponent puts a creature down, they will lose life, and it's just so good. And in this token deck, like, if I've got Suture Priest on the field, it's like, boom, Tharbin Doomsayer, make a human, gain a life. If I've got parallel lives, boom, make a human, gain 2 life. And if I got multiple Suture Priests, it's just like, oh, it's so good. I can even use Garruk to search for Suture Priests. That's kind of what makes Garruk so good. So I got 4 Suture Priests on the field. Most of my opponents just scoop. It's like 4 Suture Priests. For every token you make, you gain 4 life. For every creature I play, I lose 4 life. Scoop. It's like I say, Magic is just a 10% psychological warfare. Alright. Ooh, my other Planeswalker, Elsbeth Terrell. I do like her because, well, she does exactly what I need. +2, gain 1 life for each creature you control. Bazillion tokens, gain a bazillion life. -2, puts 3 1/1 white soldier creatures onto the field. If I've got parallel lives, that's 6. If I've got 2 parallel lives, that's 12. If I have 3 parallel lives, which is all I have in my deck, that's, what's 12 times 2? 24 1/1 white spirit tokens. Can I hear a chump block? And total swarm. And if I've got Suture Priest 1 or 2, oh boy, that's 24 life or 48 life. That's when I make my opponent scoop. Just as you can see, I'm making some combos here. Next, I have a Suture Priest. Next, I have Doom's Traveler, which I have made the red shirt from Star Trek because, well, basically they're just doomed travelers traveling down to the planet and they're doomed. That's all that is to it. I made the flavor text Dead Man Blocking because, well, when I was researching this, well, looking on Google, I found the meme for these guys is Dead Man Walking, and I magicked it up a little bit. That's the first one with flavor text I've actually shown you. Next, I've got Gather the Townsfolk. Make me a few humans. If I've got Suture Priest, they'll gain me some life. Faithful Hour is nice. I usually don't get to use it. I think I've effectively used it once to make like 20 tokens, which was crazy as hell. It was awesome. I had 2 parallel lives, and then boom, 20 tokens. I still lost, but I had 20 freaking tokens. I think he got a flying or something. But I usually don't get Faithful Hour, because if I get down past 5, my deck's not working right, or I'm something seriously wrong. But the 2 humans is good enough incentive to put it in there. Also considering the humans are me. Tee-hee-hee. Next, we've got another Doom Traveler. Plains, Suture Priest, Elixir of Immortality, which I have proxied with Brondo, the Thirst Mutilator. Maybe I should start reading these. Elixir of Immortality, 1 colorless, 2, tap, you gain 5 life, shuffle Elixir of Immortality into your graveyard, into its owner's library. I usually use this just for life gain, but it's really nice to put all of my Gather Townsfolks and Midnight Hauntings and all my Doombladed Suture Priests, because those things are freaking Doomblade magnets, back into my deck, because, well, I can just use them again. It's just like, Elixir of Immortality, gain 5, shuffle my deck a little bit, and then bada boom, draw another Suture Priest, and then my opponents get pissed off. So that's Elixir of Immortality. I guess let's read them from now on. If there's a card you're not sure about, pause the video and go onto the Magic official website and just look up what the card does. They will have a better explanation than I can ever get you. Oh yeah, the flavor text for the Brondo is, you should speak Brondo and not water, because water comes from the toilet, and I've never seen plants grow out of the toilet. If you've seen the Brondo commercial on YouTube, you will understand. And if you haven't, pause this video and go look it up. Just look up Brondo. Alright, next we have Plains, and after that, Doom Traveler. Next, Mayor of Avabrock. That's a flipper card, so it's pointless to see. This is the actual card, Mayor of Avabrock. I like this guy because he's got 2 functions in my deck. Because as a human, he gives all my other humans +1/+1. I have definitely killed people with my Doom Travelers just because he's got a +1/+1. They did not want to give me spirits, and with my human tokens, it's a real beef. But if he flips, he gets 10 times worse because he becomes Halpak Alpha. He's a 3/3 all on his own, and he's making wolf tokens, which are 2/2s, and they come out 3/3. So I'm making a 3/3 every turn. Yeah, my screensaver went on. That's unfortunate. Anyways, Halpak Alpha, he'll make a wolf every turn. It will be a 3/3, and Parallel Lives or the Intangible Virtue, which I've got in this deck, it's just a complete massacre. That's Mayor of Averbrock. Might as well put the other flipper there as well. Okay, next we've got Chalice of Life. Now, Chalice of Life is quite a fun card. I did put the whole reason I put flipper cards inside is and these little sleeves, which are actually clear dragon shields, so they're going to really stand the test of time. They are, because I can tap this for 1 life, which really does annoy my opponent because I'm gaining life like little bit, so it's harder to kill me. But it's really more to intimidate my opponent because like boom elixir and some suture priest shenanigans, or 2 elixirs or something, because elixir is not expensive. And it will flip in a Chalice of Death, which, well, this one, tap, you gain 1 life, and if you have at least 10 or more life than your starting life, then you flip it, and then it's tap, target player loses 5 life. So it's like, boom, you just lost 1/4 of your health. And do that 4 times, and I win, if they don't have their own life gain shenanigans, of course. But it really puts a damper on their day, because I'm at 30 life and they're losing 5 every time, and if I've got both of them out there, I used to have a playset, but well, that didn't turn out well. I took out stuff for other stuff, which was more important. But it really does put a damper on my opponent's day if I'm able to pull out enough of those. Next is a Forest. Parallel Lives. That's 2nd Parallel Lives. 3rd, that's all of my Parallel Lives. Intangible Virtue. Now this is the bread and butter of the deck. Token creatures creature tokens you control get +1/+1 in Vigilance. You do not know how good that is, because as soon as I get that out, all of my tokens are 2/2s and they have Vigilance. So it's like, boom, I hit you with a whole bunch of crap that aren't really pushovers anymore because they're 2/2s, and they have Vigilance, so they're still chump blockers. It's basically the best thing you can give a token, in my opinion. And if I've got that out and I make some Elspeth tokens, it's like boom, 3/3s, it's like boom, 2/2s, and there's 3 of them. Next turn, hit you for 6. It's awesome. Not to mention the Spirit tokens from Doom Traveler, because those can really screw up people, because a lot of people don't really have that much defense against flying. Alright, Plains. Midnight Haunting. Now this is where I get most of my spirits from. Well, either my Doom Traveler or Midnight Haunting. It's like boom, 2 spirits, Intangible Virtue, boom, boom, boom. And because this is an instant, what I like to do a lot is if I have Mayor of Averbrock on the field, because if no spells are played, then he flips because he's a werewolf. I'll have him on the field and just like swing or drink a Brondo or do whatever, and then just say, it's your turn, I didn't cast any spells. Mayor of Averbrock flips into Halpak Alpha, and then they do their shenanigans, and like either when they come at me, I'll throw down Midnight Haunting and chump block them, or at the end of their turn, boom, Midnight Haunting, then the beginning of my turn, Intangible Virtue, bang, hit you for 4. They do not see it coming. It comes out of literally nowhere. It's really fun and it catches them off guard. Doom Traveler. O-Ring. Now, this is the Oblivion Ring. Exile, when Oblivion Ring enters the battlefield, exile another target non-land permanent. When O-Ring leaves the battlefield, return exiled card to the battlefield under its owner's control. I like this because I can get rid of some enchantments that really screw me up. Curse of Death's Hold, oh man, that'll completely screw me up, because if I do not have an Intangible Virtue, my token just kind of dies. Suture Priest will die, Mayor of Averbrock dies, just everything dies, and my deck is completely destroyed. and it cancels out Intangible Virtue. I mean, sure, my stuff has Vigilance, but they're 1/1s again, and not nearly as good. It's terrible. Also, it's an onion ring. Yeah, I changed it to O-ring. It's an onion ring. My friend Gabe told me that. Yes, he has the same name as me. Deal with it. Intangible Virtue. Yeah, playset of those. Playset of Sunpetal Groves. Got, I don't know how many planes, I'll count them later. Got 3 elixirs. Ooh, Geist Honored Monk. This is my heavy hitter because its power and toughness are equal to the number of creatures I control. If I have a bazillion creatures, then it's a bazillion, and I'm killing you with it, and it has Vigilance. So it's like, boom, a bunch of creatures, boom, Geist Honored Monk. They chump the monk, and then they've got all these tokens to deal with. It's mostly just to intimidate them, and it's some token gen. Because if I've got a Parallel Lives out, boom, Geist Honored Monk, she's a 5/5, and I've got 4 ghosts. And that's just if I don't have anything else. If I'm making all kinds of tokens, then she is murdering. Alright, I have 2 of her in this deck. Yeah. Midnight Haunting. Okay, now Mentor of the Meek, who I have made Rex from the Rex Kwon Do Dojo and Napoleon Dynamite. One of the big weaknesses of my deck is the fact that I don't draw enough cards. Like, I'll throw a bunch of stuff down, and then I'm just pretty much playing top deck Magic. If I've got this guy on the field, then just like tap Doomsayer, pay 1, draw a card, and then I've got some extra cards. I use Elsbeth, pay 3, draw 3, because technically none of my tokens have anything above 2, and technically this is giving them a +1/+1. They're entering as 1/1s or 2/2s in the Wolf's case, so I can still legitimately do this. The only things, actually everything I have is lower than 1/1 or 2/2, unless Geist Honored Monk, because she usually comes in as a 3/3. But that's the only other thing that does not come in as a 2/2 or a 1/1. Here's another Mayor of Averbrock flipper card, which I will fit under. Yeah. Wait, come on. And there we go. Mayor of Averbrock. Plains. This may be most of everything. Geist Honored Monk. Plains. Forest. O-ring. Elixir. Plains. Ooh, Shiny Doomsayer. As a little flair. Like, that's kind of the reason I put him in there. Like, I remember I was in this novice tournament, and I was kind of intermediate, so I was wiping the floor with everybody. I won and got this promo, Gather the Townsfolk. And, like everybody else, like, I think the second place guy got a pack and a promo, Gather the Townsfolk. And he's like, do you need this Darbin Doomsayer? And I looked at it, I read its ability, I liked what it did, and play with a mouse so it doesn't like go to screensaver again. I liked what it did, and I traded the guy for it on the spot. Gave him some stuff he needed. I traded somebody else who also got a promo, something he needed, because he wasn't going to use that promo, and I gave him something nice for it. I gave him another rare, because even though Gather the Townsfolk is a common, the promo has a gold symbol, so even if I got a little bit ripped on that one, I find it worth it to help a budding Magic player. Midnight Haunting, Sunkissed Grove, O-ring, Forest, Midnight Haunting, Sunpetal Grove, Virtue, Chalice. Stupid flipper cards. Flipper cards can be annoying. Virtue, Forest. Okay, let's see. Mentor, Plains, Townsfolk, Suture Priest, Plains. Alright, so that's 2 Mentors of the Meek. This is a 60 card deck, by the way. 2 Geist Honored Monks, 3 O-rings, playset of Intangible Virtues, 2 Chalices, 2 Mares, playset of Midnight Hauntings, 2 Gather Townsfolks, playset of D-Travs, 1 Elsbeth, playset of Suture Priests, 1 Doomsayer, and 1 Shiny Doomsayer. 3 Elixirs, 3 Parallel Lives. As for my land, well, I've got myself a playset of Sunpetal Groves, even though I technically only have 3. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 plains, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 forests. And Garruk Relentless. And that is my token deck. Now I will move on to my second deck. And don't worry, I'll shuffle this later. I'm not going to leave everything together. But we do not have time for that. I'll just put it aside over here. Put the flipper cards on top. Alright, well, according to time restraints, I had to cut this. I did get my whole deck in there, but, well, it's still a 25-minute long video. Yeah, I'm recording this little outro at the end of this thing, so I'm going, yeah, I record the whole thing. I record my red-white deck, and, no, not red-white, I don't own that. I recorded my red-green deck, and my, this one, green-white. I record that one, the one you just saw, just now, and the red deck as a whole thing. It ended up being 45 minutes. So I am going to be cutting that short, and here I am to give you a little outro. I don't get to the tokens, but that will be in MTG Madness Episode 3. So this is me, Thrash02, saying be cool, save often, and don't do anything I wouldn't.